Hello again, YouTube. Sue Ortiz here. Happy Easter. It is 4/16/17. Got a nice gale coming out of the west now. Winds have shifted. And I wanted just to do a quick run through on this business wrapping the coil. I had this in the big tall glass. That thing, you could feel it wasn't putting out anything. I don't know if it's because the ratio wasn't right. These little blue glasses to me are the best. The little round bowls I had yesterday, those put out a real nice warm, those I could see where those are more of a healing frequency, and I put one of those next to my smart meter and I gave the other one to my mom. But yeah, I need to figure out a way to encase these in resin somehow. But in the meantime, to me these work so good. The proof is there. So remember, you want your coil going in a clockwise motion. So when you start it, you want it to look like it's going counterclockwise. I'm not going to need near as much coil for this little glass as I did for that big one. You can see I'm starting on the outside, and this is tricky. If anyone comes up with a better method, let me know. You just kind of hold everything in place, and then I turn the glass. Remember, you want space between them. You don't want them to touch. It's hard to do. Because remember, this is the outside now. You're just getting the shape. I try to get at least 5 coils for one of these blue glasses. That seems to work the best. You can see I'm just kind of turning it on my leg. Oops. And then you want the end to go up and out. And try not to break the glass while you're doing this, obviously. I also put a little bit of an angle cut on it. Give it a little point. Okay, so now once you've got that done, you need to put your little scrubby pad. These are $1. You get 3 of them. You don't need the whole thing. You need about 1/3 of one for these blue glasses. Oh. These are nice because they're stretchy. I try to leave it in somewhat of a coiled formation because it's like that. And with these, like I said, last night we had a bad storm. That one crystal looks burnt, or like something really bad happened. It was on the ground. I was picking up rocks this morning, going, wow, man. Did lightning hit this crystal? I wasn't looking. Okay, so you just kind of stretch it out. The other thing, hook in your bottom little hook. See that? I think this helps ground it, quote unquote. And then kind of spread your Brillo along the bottom here. Now it's ready to go in the cup, and you want to kind of snake it in there. Now, of course, it's going clockwise. Or you're looking at it upside down and backwards. You can see I'm just kind of feeding it down in there. I know last time I kind of misjudged it because I probably didn't need as many coils or as much wire, but you gotta kind of space them out, and then you can cheat it. You can put a little rock. If you have 2 wires that are touching each other, put a little rock in there to keep them from touching. I do these white rocks first. I don't know what kind of rock they are. There's a lot of little flakes. And for $1, I mean, hey, I live in the city, okay? I can't go walking in the forest to the rock quarry or whatever the fuck. And I barely enough time to get to the Dollar Tree to get this for $1. Same thing with these river rock bags. You get them for $1, and then you spread them out and pick through them. I mean, rocks are rocks, man. It's a rocket science, man. So, throw your white rocks in there. And to me, these work great, and they add weight. You want to kind of tuck them in there. And you want a good inch, at least an inch layer. See, I got wild coil here. This is the hardest part, like I said. You want to kind of go around the sides of the glass, make sure they're not touching. I might have a little too much coil in here, but I'm still experimenting myself, so. The reason you don't want them to touch is you don't want a backflow. You want them to keep going on their little way. All happy. I need another piece of this. Again, just kind of stretch it out. And again, you really don't need that much. You can tell when you plop it in there and it's like poofing up on the whole glass. Like I said, about a third. Actually, I think this piece is a little bigger. I didn't cut it quite so. There you go. Now, I don't like how I have this. I do like the amount of wraps though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a lot of wraps, but see how I just pulled it down? I think that's going to work out better, and I like the idea of doing a little coil at the end. I said this wire is pretty thick. You could do a corkscrew, or you could let it go straight, band it. There's all kinds of ways you could do this. The main thing is now you don't want the end of this wire pointing back at the other wire. You want them to miss each other. I think it's neat to have one going one way, one coming the other way. And again, I think maybe a little more Brillo pad is in order. Just a wee bit more. I want a nice good ground for this corkscrew, and I think I had better luck with it when it went down to the rock. Something about these white rocks, I don't know what it is. And again, you're going to have to mess around with the wire. Just kind of a trial and error thing. At this point, you want to see if you can feel anything coming off of it. This is kind of a long crystal. It's a trial and error. I think it needs more of these river rocks because I haven't put any in yet, and they do something, I'm not sure what. I'm going to bang out some of these and replace them. And I know it's easier to work with smaller rocks. Oops, there goes that. I'm not really picking through. I'm just looking for smaller sizes, but I want a nice little variety of everything that's in here. And again, you can smush the Brillo pad down, but then watch what's going on with the coil on the side. There's something about these river rocks. Little Dollar Tree. Like I said, if you want to walk in the forest with the dog, I live in the city, I work, I'm gone so much. I would love to have time to walk around and pick rocks. Okay, I'm still working on the height of this crystal. I almost think the crystal does need to be a little lower. I think it's sticking out too far. Just because, like I said, in the past I've done that, and you can actually feel almost like heat coming off of it. So anyway, you get the gist. Do it however you want, but just do it. That's the main thing. Maybe this does need to be straight. Who knows? Maybe I've got too many things going on. There. We'll try it like that. Like I said, my other one had a longer lead wire and it seemed to do better. Shove it down in there. I want it down a little further than what I had it. There. That looks better. See, it's not near as high. Now I have more room. Now I can easily get a layer of the white rocks. And these cool river rocks. So, it's going to get really windy out here. I know the camera work is horrible, but you get the idea. Oops. And again, you want your little antenna to go up and out and away from each other. I think it's neat throwing one way and one the other. I kind of feel like this is trying to do something. I'm going to go ahead and go in there and play some good John Hutchison frequencies to this. I'm going to leave this out on the front porch. I need some protection in the front. I'm figuring you want at least 4 of these. 4 to 7 is what the one guy in Florida said he had on his property, but that was property. I'm in a city block and I don't have much of a plot of land. But I'm going to try to put at least 6 here. I'm thinking 6 to 8. It can't hurt anything. I definitely see it doing something. And some crazy ass science. Sue Ortiz signing off. Happy Easter.